All right, so tomorrow night we are gonna have a good night. No. Actually, a great night of professional wrestling. Tomorrow we have Dynamite first, and then after Dynamite we have Bound for Glory. Now, this video, I'm gonna be talking about my Bound for Glory predictions and who should go over, and what can happen next potentially. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I haven't been catching up with Impact lately. It's like once every while I'll come back on Thursdays and I'll film content for Impact. Reason I don't come every Thursday because NFL's on, Dark Side of the Ring is going on. I've been paying more attention to Dark Side of the Ring. I'm actually watching today before SmackDown and stuff like that. But we got 8 matches on the card for Bound for Glory, man. It's just a really great card. And like I said, man, this week was a big week. So we'll see what happens. But first match. This is a pre-show match. It is John Skyler versus Crazy Steve versus Fallah versus Jordynne Grace versus Chelsea Green versus Tenille Dashwood. Actually, Tenille Dashwood is not going to be in the match, and Madison Rayne is going to replace her. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's a COVID issue. We don't know. So Tenille Dashwood, she was supposed to be in it, but she's replaced by Madison Rayne. So we don't know what's going on. So it's none of our business. So hopefully she's okay. This is a 6-way intergender tournament final for the Impact Digital Media Championship. Now, what I love about the Digital Media Championship is that both men and women can fight for it, and whoever gets this first, they have to make it prestigious. So I'm picking 3 people to win this match. So my 3 picks to win are Jordynne Grace, Chelsea Green, or no, I'm gonna go with Jordynne Grace or Chelsea Green. I just can't see Madison Rayne, Fallah, Crazy Steve, or John Scott winning this. So I'm just go with Jordynne Grace or Chelsea Green. And we need Jordynne Grace to come through the Forbidden Door and Chelsea Green. All right, next up, we got, which match I want to pick? We got Heath. Yes, he's going by his first name, Heath. If you don't know who he is, he used to go by Heath Slater in WWE. He's now in Impact. Great, good to see him doing well and doing good for himself. But we got Heath, and to be announced versus Followed by Design, Eric Young, Diener, or Joe Doran. I'm gonna go with Heath and Rhino. Rhino's gonna be Heath's partner. I think that's what's gonna happen. So I'm just go with Heath and Rhino to go over Followed by Design. It's just a tag team match, so 2-on-2, nothing really too crazy. But I'm just go with Heath and Rhino. All right, next up we got DK versus The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. If you don't know who they are, they used to be the Iconics in WWE. Peyton Royce and Billy McKay. I don't think The Inspiration comes in and loses their first match in Impact. There's no way that's happening. They're going to go over. They're going to win the Knockouts Tag Team titles. And maybe we can get Anna Jay and Ty Conti through a Forbidden Door, come to Impact, and maybe challenge the Inspiration for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. It's really crazy that Impact, I just feel like they're just getting the short end of the stick in this Forbidden Door, in this working relationship with AEW, and yeah, they're just like getting the short end of the stick. But at least Impact are getting New Japan guys coming in, AAA guys coming in, so yeah. And Minoru Suzuki, he's supposed to walk through the Forbidden Door in Impact Wrestling, so we'll see what happens. Can't wait. But I'm gonna go with The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jesse McKay, to take the Knockouts Tag Team titles off of Decay. Like I said, no way they come in and lose their first match. And I'm gonna see if they got better or are they the same people in WWE, man. Hopefully they got better. So yeah. All right, next up we got Rich Swann, Brian Myers, Moose, W. Morrissey, Chris Sabin versus 15 to be announced competitors. This is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. The winner receives a trophy and a contract they can invoke anytime within 1 year for a championship match of their choosing. If I'm booking this, I'm going to have to go with Rich Swann. Rich Swann, I feel like he hasn't recovered since he lost to Kenny Omega for that Impact World Championship, and that's what made Kenny get 3 belts. So Rich Swann, I just feel like he never recovered after he lost to Kenny Omega. But he's gonna recover. If I'm Scott D'Amore, if I'm creative, I'm gonna have to let Rich Swann go over. So that way he can recover a little bit. So yeah. And we could potentially be seeing Braun Strowman in this matchup. So Braun Strowman could potentially come through. And there's been talks of Braun Strowman coming to Impact Wrestling. So if Braun Strowman comes to Impact Wrestling, I can't wait, man. And apparently Braun Strowman, he's gonna use the ring name Titan. That's the name he's gonna go by in Impact Wrestling. So he's not gonna go by his WWE name in Impact. He's gonna go by Titan. All right, next up, we got which match? I'm running by this fast. We got the Good Brothers versus FinJuice versus the Bullet Club. Chris Bay and Hikuleo. 3-way tag team match for the Impact Tag Team titles. I am going with Chris Bay and Hikuleo to take those tag team titles. Chris Bay is one of the hottest guys in professional wrestling, and you're not going to put the championship on him? Chris Bay has to go over. Chris Bay and Hikuleo needs to go over. They need to beat the Good Brothers. They need to win those tag team titles. Like I said, Chris Bay is one of the hottest guys in professional wrestling. If you do not put a championship on him, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what creative was thinking. But Chris Bay and Hikuleo, they need to go over, and they need to win the tag team titles. That way, if you're going to have this Bullet Club versus the Elite Super Civil War thing, battle that they're planning on doing next year or somewhere around next year, because I think most of the fans want the Bullet Club versus the Super Elite or something like that in this Civil War thing. So it can slowly build up towards the Civil War we're potentially going to get, because we already had Jay White come and confront Kenny Omega at Slammiversary. So you plant a little bit of seeds here and there. So if Chris Bay and Hikuleo can take the tag team titles, that's going to spark things up a little bit. Plant even more seeds. And then you got Trey Miguel versus Steve Maclin versus El Phantasmo for the S Division Championship, which is vacant from Josh Alexander because he's going to challenge Christian for the Impact World Championship. If you have El Phantasmo go over and beat Trey Miguel and Steve Maclin for the S Division Championship, and Hikuleo and Chris Bay are the tag team champions, and the show ends with the Bullet Club holding 3/4 of the gold, and maybe Jay White coming in and confronting Josh Alexander after he beats Christian Cage for the Impact World Championship, that's money. Come on now, how can that not be money? Even though I will wait a little bit, get Josh Alexander a couple more, a couple title defenses, and then maybe early next year, Jay White can take the championship off of Josh Alexander, and then Bullet Club holds all to go to Impact. Come on, man. Take my money, man. Because if this leads to Hikuleo and Chris Bay winning the tag team titles, El Phantasmo takes the S Division Championship, and then later on, early next year, first quarter of next year, Jay White takes the Impact World Championship. And then the Bullet Club can walk through AEW, start the Civil War, potentially get a Blood and Guts match next year out of this. Take my money, man. Take my money. But honestly, in this S Division match, I really don't care who goes over, because Trey Miguel, Steve Maclin, and El Phantasmo, they're all great professional wrestlers, man. You got 3 of these guys in the ring. This might be match of the night, man. This S Division Championship match might be match of the night. And speaking of match of the night, man. This is the match I'm most excited for. Deonna Purrazzo versus Mickie James. Deonna Purrazzo was in the best women's rivalry in professional wrestling this year, all along. Now, Mickie James is going to do the right thing and put Deonna Purrazzo over. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is the difference between Mickie James and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch? What is the difference between those three women? Mickie James puts people over. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch doesn't. There's your answer. Ding, ding, ding. So, yeah. But this match might be match of the night, and this might be women's match of the year. Man. But Deonna Purrazzo, man, I think she's either number 2 or number 3 in the PWI Women's 500. Even though Bianca Belair got number 1, I'm not upset at that. I'll accept it. Even though they could be biased, whoever's ranking these. So, yeah. I would have had Deonna Purrazzo at number 1, Britt Baker at number 2, Bianca at number 3, Sasha at number 4. That's how I do it. Now, I know people are going to be tossing and biased towards me. I might catch some heat for this, but Deonna Purrazzo, number 1, Britt Baker, number 2, Bianca, number 3, Sasha, number 4. So, yeah. And Thunder Rosa, number 5. So, I know Thunder Rosa's in the top 5 in the PWI Women's 500. So, I'm not BSing. So, Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James, I'm going to go with Deonna Purrazzo. Nobody should be taking that championship off of Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo's on the run of her career, man. WWE did not see nothing in Deonna Purrazzo. They let her go. She went to Impact. She's basically having the run of her career. Deonna Purrazzo should not be losing that Knockouts championship. And plus, she's the champion over there in Mexico. So, she's the AAA Women's Champion. So, she should not be losing that as well. If somebody's going to beat Deonna Purrazzo, it needs to be a woman that is built up. And I'm pretty sure Impact has a woman out there that can beat Deonna Purrazzo. Maybe Tasha Steelz. Maybe Chelsea Green. Who knows? But I would love to see Deonna Purrazzo, Jordynne Grace, Chelsea Green. Let us see Mickie James come through that Forbidden Door, man. Come on now. And then the main event, we have Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander for the World Championship. Impact World Championship on the line. Josh Alexander, he's another one. Another one of the hottest guys in pro wrestling. He has to go over and beat Christian. If Josh Alexander does not beat Christian, this might be one of the worst grave decisions Impact has made. So how we can avoid all this is just let Josh Alexander go over, let him take the Impact Championship, make it prestigious, and then have him set up Jay White to take the championship from him. That way we can prepare for the Bullet Club versus the Elite Civil War. So, take my money, man. Jay White beats Josh Alexander. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Josh Alexander beats Christian and then Jay White beats him. But wait till next year for Jay White to beat him. So, that's going to be it for you guys. That's my Impact Bound for Glory predictions. Let me make sure I did not leave a match out on the show. No, I did not leave a match out. All right, so here are all my predictions. Jordynne Grace, Chelsea Green for the Impact Digital Media Championship. Christian Cage, Deonna Purrazzo, Rich Swann, El Phantasmo, The Inspiration, Heath and Rhino, and Chris Bane Hikuleo. That's all my predictions. But make sure you stay tuned for SmackDown and Rampage tonight, man. Should be a good night, man. New roster's going into effect. Plus Survivor Series is we are 29 days away from Survivor Series. So Survivor Series is less than a month away. Cannot wait. And we'll see how the build up towards Survivor Series turns out. And I cannot wait, man. And the new roster's going into effect tonight on SmackDown, man. And AEW Rampage, I think we have one World Title Eliminator match. I think it's Orange Cassidy and Powerhouse Hobbs. Britt Baker versus Anna Jay tonight. And then Pac and Andrade El Idolo, their second match. So cannot wait. Should be a good night. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in about a couple hours for SmackDown and Rampage. I love y'all. Take care.